Welcome to Living Intentionally, the podcast that helps you stop drifting and start living with direction. I'm your host, James Adeyemi, and today we are diving deep into a powerful truth. You were not born to simply exist, you were born to live on purpose. In today's episode, we are breaking down what it means to live intentionally and how you can start designing your life with clarity and purpose, one decision at a time. In this podcast, you will learn how to break out of autopilot. Two, the three pillars of intentional living. And finally, for today, I'm going to be sharing with you one small step you can take to change your direction. And I'm hoping that at the end of this podcast, you will have the energy, the power, the motivation to take that one step that can change your direction. Today's message is simple but powerful. It's a reminder, a wake up call, and a challenge all in one. You were not born to simply exist, you were born to live on purpose. Well, let's talk about this. Few days ago, I was walking through the graveyard with our daughter. And the moment I call her name, she said, Daddy, I know what you are going to say. I said, what was I going to say? She said, you are going to say that the richest place in the world is the graveyard. I said, that's correct. Because she knew that every time we are together, I always use objects, event to teach her a lesson. The truth is, the richest place in the world is the graveyard. Why? The graveyard is rich with the potential of what could have been. Books never written, businesses never started, songs never sung, inventions never made. The graveyard is rich with the unrealized potential and dreams that people take with them to the grave. The graveyard is a reminder. It's a reminder to us of our potentials, a reminder of what could have been, a reminder that everyone has untapped potential and that it's important to pursue with passion our goals, our dreams while we are alive. The graveyard represents all the ideas, the inventions, and opportunities that were never realized due to fear, procrastination, or other limiting factors. All right, let's talk about this idea. Let's talk about the power of intentional living by comparing the default life to the design life, the default life to the design life. I just want to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered, have you ever looked up and wonder, how do I get here? I'm not talking about you getting to a place, a physical place. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about you looking at yourself and you look at your life and you wonder, how did I get here in life? You reflected on your life and it looks as if you are busy. You are doing a lot, but you don't feel like you are moving forward. That's what I call the default life. When your days are controlled by habits, demands, and distractions rather than by your decisions. But I'd like to submit to you today that there is another way, the design life. That's when you live with intention. You make conscious choices based on who you are, what matters to you, and where you want to go. You are making choices based on who you want to become. Intentional living doesn't mean having everything figured out. It means you no longer live your life to chance. Have you ever felt like you were just going through the motion? You wake up, you scroll your phone, you rush through work, you come home, you eat, you sleep, and you repeat the process. Somehow you are busy, but also disconnected, tired, but not fulfilled, productive, but not purposeful. Existing is surviving, friends. Living is creating. Existing is reacting. Living is choosing. Existing is letting life happen to you. Living on purpose is taking back the pen and writing your story. You are never meant to drift, you are designed to drive. Hear me, friends. You were designed with intention. Think about it. There's no one else on earth with your exact story. No one is like you. No one on earth with your wiring. No one on earth with your voice. No one on earth with your heart. That's not random. That's intentional. You have gifts that someone else is praying for. You have insight that someone else needs. You have a light that the world can't afford to lose. Your existence is not an accident, and so your life shouldn't be random either. I'd like to submit to you that living on purpose means asking, why am I here? What matters to me? What impact do I want to make? What am I doing today to align with what I want to become? I'd like to show you what intentional living looks like. Here's the truth. Intentional living isn't about being busy. It's about being aligned. Let me paint a picture to you. It's waking up with clarity, not with chaos. Intentional living is making time for what matters most, even if it's just 15 minutes. It's saying no to things that look good so you can say yes to things that are good for you. Intentional living is knowing your values and actually letting them shape your schedule. It's about asking yourself, am I becoming the person I want to be or just maintaining the person I've been? Drifting has a cost. Let's be real. It's easy to drift. Distractions are everywhere. You can just stay on social media and spend the whole of your day jumping from one story to another, from one script to another. Um, Distractions are everywhere. You blink, it's already Thursday. You scroll, and suddenly 2 hours are gone. You stay in that same job you hate. You keep friendships that drains you. You put your dreams on pause. Drifting has a cost, friends. And before long, you start believing that's normal. But here's the truth. Drifting will never lead you to destiny. Drifting will never lead you to destiny. Drifting will never lead you to destiny. Clarity requires intention. Change requires courage. Purpose requires pursuit. You will never feel fulfilled, alive, living a life that isn't yours. You will never feel fully alive, living a life that isn't yours. Now, I'd like to share with you 3 pillars of intentional living. Let me give you 3 simple practical pillars to start living intentionally right now. Number 1, clarity. Do you have clarity? Do you know what matters to you? You and I need to know what matters to us. Know what you are working towards. You can't hit a target you can't see. Ask yourself, what do I want to feel, create, give, and become this year? What do I want to feel? What do I want to create? What do I want to give? What do I want to become? Number two, choice. Every day you are making choices. The power is in choosing. The power is in choosing what aligns with your clarity. The power is in choosing what aligns with your clarity. Ask yourself, does this move me forward or just keep me busy? This choice I'm making right now, is it moving me towards my dream or is just keeping me busy? And number three, consistency. It's not about intensity. It's about showing up. You can start small, but show up. Daily step in the right direction. Create massive long change. Daily step in the right direction. Create massive long-term change. Daily step in the right direction. Create massive long-time change. I'd like you to ask yourself, what one small thing can I do today that my future self will thank me for? What one thing can I do today that my future self will thank me for? I'd like to share a story with you about a woman called Joy. She was working a job she didn't love. She was stuck in a cycle that looked like success on the outside, but felt hollow on the inside. One day, Joy paused and she asked herself a hard question. She said to herself, what will my life look like? What will my life look like if I actually design it on purpose? She sat down. She had a meeting with herself and she started thinking, what would my life look like if I actually design it on purpose? Friends, according to the story, Joy started small. She started waking up 30 minutes earlier to write again, saying no to one obligation so she could say yes to her own mental health. Eventually, she shifted career. She rebuilt her routine. And now Joy coaches other women to do the same. Her life didn't change overnight, but it changed because she chose intention over inertia. She chose intention over inertia. She chose intention over inertia. You can do the same, friends. One small step can shift everything. One small step can shift everything. Friends, I'd like you to note that one small step can shift everything. Yes, I know it can feel overwhelming right now. It can feel overwhelming. Maybe you are in a season of uncertainty. Maybe you are stuck in survival mode. Maybe you are thinking, I don't even know what my purpose is. That's okay. You don't have to figure out your whole life today. You just have to take one intentional step. Say no to one thing that doesn't serve you. Say yes to something that excites you. Schedule 30 minutes for that idea you've been ignoring. Text that mentor. Sign up for that class. Open that journal. Small step compounds. Purpose isn't found in a flash of lightning. It's revealed in motion. You don't find purpose by waiting. You discover it by choosing, by showing up, by paying attention. Friends, I'd like you to begin to live your life on purpose. I want you to explore the power of intentional living. I want you to put yourself in the story of your life. I want you to be the driver of your destiny. And I hope to see you at the top. If this podcast has inspired you, it has given you some positive energy, you can leave a comment and you can share with me what's one area of your life you are choosing to be more intentional about. Until I come your way again next time, my name is James Adeyemi, and I hope to see you in the next episode.